I'm not so sure how to feel about this, but I'm pretty sure how to feel about this. Let's talk about it. Hello everyone and welcome to the review of this week's SmackDown. And I gotta say, SmackDown just keeps getting better. This week we kicked off with a segment from Logan Paul and John Cena, and let me tell you something, this segment cooked. This segment was actually so good. I love this dynamic between the two. I love how Logan Paul just seems to be able to talk back to John Cena, unlike many others before him. And I know this might be a little bit of a hot take for some reason, but I mean, Logan is just so good. In the WWE, that is. I know he's a prick in real life, but I mean, you cannot deny his work in the ring. You just can't do that. And the segment between these two was amazing. Logan Paul comes out first, calls out John, John comes out, and then John just cooks for about 10 minutes straight. This was amazing. At one point, he even goes back to the kid that he roasted when he was in Belgium, and he actually apologizes to the kid. And this is just amazing, like, storytelling, I guess, because we can see two different faces of John. And say whatever you want about his heel run, but you cannot deny that he had some great moments, and this one with the kid was one of the best. And now we see the payoff to it, with John talking about how people who make mistakes actually apologize for them. And I know a lot of people are talking about how this card in Paris doesn't look so good and how they're not excited, but honestly I am, and this match is one of the biggest reasons why. Next up, we have this backstage segment with the Street Profits and B-Fab as they're calling out Mellow Don Miz, when all of a sudden we get an interference from Bo Dallas. Not in his Uncle Howdy costume, like actually Bo Dallas, or I guess Taylor. And he interrupts them with this family talk about how are they real brothers, is the bond between them real? And that just kind of seems weird to me. Like honestly, I'm huge on the Wyatt Six. Bray Wyatt is my favorite wrestler ever, and this just kind of like makes me happy. But honestly, recently their segments are kind of weird and just kind of seem directionless, so I don't know what's gonna happen to them, but I hope it's for the best. After that, we're supposed to get a tag team championship bout between Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair versus Chelsea Green and Alba Fire. And this for some reason doesn't happen. I guess as Charlotte and Alexa are coming out, Chelsea and Alba attack them and injure Charlotte. I just don't get it why we wouldn't have this tag team match, and honestly, the match itself was kind of The chemistry between Chelsea and Alexa for me just isn't there at this point. And I mean, I hope it improves. I love them both, but this kind of seems weird to me. The chemistry just wasn't there. And I'm honestly interested to see what comes of this, because it just doesn't make any sense to me that this wouldn't be a tag team championship match, rather a singles bout. And Alexa actually wins the match, but the Secret Service attacks her after it. Then Charlotte runs out, fights them both, but then she gets knocked down as well. So now it's just the Secret Service standing tall. And I'm actually interested to see where this goes, but I feel like it needs something more. I'm not sure what that is, but it just feels like it needs something more. After this, we get the segment of Sami Zayn as he says that he feels like the night he beat Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship, but let's save the Sami Zayn talk for later. I might have actually a hot take here. Afterwards, we have this Aleister Black vignette, and honestly, it's really cool if you ask me. I love this feud between him and Damian Priest, Damian who later on has a promo, and the two of them just seem to work well together, and I just hope the storyline would move a little bit quicker, but I mean, this isn't bad. This isn't bad at all. I don't know what people are complaining about when it comes to this. Aleister just came back and he's put against Damian Priest, a previous World Heavyweight Champion. And the feud is good, the fights are good, and I mean, everything's good. I don't see anything to complain about except for the pace. But after this, we have an actually controversial segment where we have the fight between Michin and Kiana James, and let me tell you something. The kid John Cena roasted knows his stuff. I mean, look at him. Look at him. He was filming this for longer than the actual match lasted. And I'm not joking, the match was like 5 to 6 seconds long. It was really short. Michin just rolls up Kiana James and Kiana loses, and after the match, Kiana and Julia actually beat up on Michin, and I'm not sure where this is leading, but hopefully to a Julia PLE. That's all I can say. After this, we have a Drew McIntyre segment, and I mean, I love Drew. He's just so funny. When he came out and asked Michael Cole, "Did you get any medical update about Cody?" And Michael Cole says, "No, I haven't." And Drew McIntyre is like, "Yeah, I didn't think so. You always have his ass." I don't know why, but Drew just like, whenever I see him, I'm just like, this guy's hilarious, but like badass hilarious. And I just love him. I love it. I think he deserves so much more, and I can't wait for that Drew McIntyre versus Cody fight when we eventually get it. However, this time he isn't here for Cody. He's actually here for Randy Orton, who attacked him the previous week. So he calls out Randy. Randy comes out, and let me tell you something about this audience. Leon was such an amazing audience, and you can see it perfectly here. I mean, you could see it throughout all the matches. They were singing all the time. Whenever someone would kick out, they would sing. I don't know what, I don't understand French, but they would sing, and it just seemed so cool. And there were so many chants and everything, especially during the Logan Paul and John Cena promo. They were amazing. But when Randy comes out and they start singing voices, absolute cinema. That was absolute cinema. I loved it so much. I mean, I love good crowds, and I'm European as well, so a European crowd for me is just peak. It's just above anything else. But back to the segment, Randy comes out. Drew's like, "If you attack me for yourself, that's fine and all, but if you attack me for Cody, fuck happened to the Viper? Like, what's wrong with you? Why are you attacking me for Cody? That just doesn't make any sense." And I mean, I kind of get him. I get him. I'm not sure how much longer I can watch this Randy Orton. I just hope he turns onto Cody as soon as possible. And to me, honestly, and this actually might be a bit of a hot take, but this character is getting pretty repetitive. Like, even in his segments, it's always like, he comes out, they sing, then he comes in, and it's like, "I'm Randy Orton." And then he starts attacking someone, security comes out, he RKOs the security, he tries to punt king someone, fails, they run away, he's still standing there all badass, and that's it. And I'm just kind of like, I'm kind of getting tired of it, especially the failed punt kick. I'm like, bro, you haven't hit a punt kick in 10 years, why are you still even trying? Honestly, unless you're actually gonna hit it. And I mean, I know, when he hits it, it's gonna be amazing, but at this point, it's like watching someone trying to cash in all the time. Like, I remember Damian Priest trying to cash in, and it just didn't make any sense. It just didn't work. And that's kind of how I'm feeling about Randy Orton. Like, Damian's cash in was amazing, and Randy, when he finally punt kicked someone, it's gonna be amazing. But it's like, when are we gonna get it, Randy? Come on, time's running out. You're gonna retire in a couple of years. I mean, who knows if we'll ever get to see a punt kick again. But yeah, that's just, I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure about this whole Randy character at this point. I just think he needs a change. Maybe a heel turn, but if not even a heel turn, just a change. Next, we have Melodome Miz talking backstage, and Bo Dallas interrupts again, and he talks about family again, and we'll see what happens in the match, which is up next. Actually, no, it's not up next. I completely forgot about the random product placement. Sure, I guess Fireball whiskey. I don't know, like, I just don't get it. I honestly don't get it. I kind of hate it. But at the end of the day, what can you do? They like money, and that's about it. But after the segment, we get a match. And I actually love the match. I love watching the Street Profits. And man, I can't wait for that Montez Ford singles push. If we ever get it, that's gonna be so good. Because Montez is so good. Like, he can talk. He can wrestle better than 99% of the other people in the company. He's just amazing. He's entertaining. He has like the thing down, the I'm not sure what that is, but he has that down. The crowd was like doing it before he even did it. That was amazing. And I'm just like, I can't wait for him to actually get a singles push. Because this whole Street Profits thing is, well, I mean, it's been overplayed. It's amazing still, like it's like a good song. It can never be bad, but it can be overplayed, and I'm just like, I wait for the day. And the feud between him and Dawkins, it will be amazing as well. Like, these guys know each other so well. Dawkins would be an amazing heel. He's also great in the ring, great on the mic, and I can't wait for their breakup. That sounds bad, but that's not what I meant. Like, I just can't wait for them to actually do something, to be like a singles push with the feud between them. That would be amazing. But to get back to the match, we have the Wyatt Six interfering, and I mean, Miz is kind of afraid of them, so he gets distracted, and the Street Profits win. It's Street Profits versus the Wyatt Six. That Clash in Paris? I honestly thought the Clash in Paris card was done. I mean, I thought it was like, okay, they couldn't get AJ Styles and Dom on there somehow, so it has to be just like a 5-match card. But no, they got into Street Profits versus the Wyatt Six, and I'm just like, why exactly? Like, how does that make any sense to have? I mean, look, I know it's gonna be a good match. I'm certain it's gonna be a good match, but it's like, really? You couldn't get AJ and Dom on there? Which is like my biggest gripe with this card. Actually, unlike other people, I think the card is actually pretty good. But I mean, the fact that it's missing AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio is baffling to me, and that's all I'm gonna say. After all this, we get a Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill promo, which was fine. And then we get the MFT's promo, which is, again, fine. But then we get into the match. Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa, where Sami, after a good fight, wins the US Championship. Just like that, I guess. I mean, I actually have a hot take when it comes to Sami Zayn's character. So, I know the current consensus is this character sucks, we need to change the underdog character. I don't think so, we just have to change his opponents. This character would work wonders against a heel who's actually at the top. Like, let's say Drew McIntyre beats Cody for the belt in a month, and then he gets a feud with Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn's underdog story would be brilliant there. I truly do believe that, but he needs a believable opponent for him to be an underdog against. Solo is not someone you're fighting up as an underdog. Solo is actually probably the underdog in the story. Sami is like a already well established character in this story, and it's like, he's not the underdog against mid-carders. He's probably the greatest mid-carder we've had in the past couple of years. So he can't be the underdog. So I think we need to push him into the main scene and kind of have him fight some of the bigger heels. But I'm not sure. Maybe he does need a change of character, but I'm just here to say my thoughts. So yeah, let me know if you agree with me or not, because honestly, this character, I still think it could work. I have hope, but he needs someone believable to fight against. I don't know who that is, but yeah. But going back to his US Championship win, where did this come from? Like, honestly, I like it somehow. I'm like, oh yeah, who doesn't like seeing Sami being a champion? But it's like, really? I mean, we had this amazing feud between Solo and Jacob, and Solo retained, and it was like, Solo's gonna wiggle his way out of every situation. Except for Sami Zayn, who's fighting as the underdog. And it's like, really? I mean, I know Big Jim and Jacob Fatu come out and help him out, but it's still like, really? Did he really need this? And shouldn't this be a PLE thing for Solo to lose his championship? Because you can say whatever you want about Solo Sikoa. I know he wasn't worthy of the Cody Rhodes feud, but like, he was really good champion. I really liked it. And his promos, his in-ring work, everything was pretty good. So I have no idea why they did this. Like, honestly, no clue. And that's just one of the like mind-boggling things to me. Like, why do this? Really? Why do this? Couldn't you save it for some other time? Couldn't you, like, I don't know, have Solo disqualify himself? Like, that would be such a Solo move. Like, disqualify himself just to retain the championship, and then they go into, like, a street fight or whatever, where he can disqualify himself at the next PLE. That would be great. That would be a much better story. This is just, like, out of nowhere, Sami wins the championship. But yeah, that's about all I have to say. So yeah, peace.